I will be taking over student engagement, like Stefan said, and I am excited for today's session.
Awesome. So today's session will really just be an information session. I will share my screen just to start the slides. So you guys let me know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see the screen? Okay, because I can't see you guys while I'm navigating the slides. Lebo, are you keen to kick off?
Yes. Hi,
Awesome.
everyone. As we mentioned, my name is Lempo Ignatia Maile, and today we'll be talking about who is FEENIX and why we exist, what are the benefits of being part of our crowdfunding or bursary platform, and basically just taking you into how we do things at FEENIX.
Awesome. And I think hopefully you guys can see the slide, but this is just a picture of the people that make up the FEENIX community, which are some of our students, some of our staff members, and just also the individuals that are part of our student ambassador team, and so on and so forth. These are past, present, maybe future, we don't know, individuals that are part of the FEENIX community. With FEENIX, we believe that access to education should not be dependent on wealth. We're very aware of the current circumstances that we live in when it comes to our country and access to education and the cost of living and the cost of tertiary education. And that's what FEENIX is here to do, to help students in terms of accessing education. And that shouldn't be based on class or background. So to hand over to Label. Oh, Lebo, your mic's off. Your mic's off. Your mic's off. No stress, no stress.
Sorry about that. So before I get into why or what do we do, I want to start with why we exist. FEENIX was established in response to Fees Must Fall movement, a movement that exposed how deeply financial barriers affect students' success in South Africa. We are a public benefit organization, and our role is to help higher education students overcome those financial barriers so they can complete their studies. We do this through three main approaches, which is firstly our secure crowdfunding platform, where students share their stories and funders can directly support them. Secondly, we have a skills development bursaries where businesses invest not only in education but in the future workforces. And thirdly, we have a wraparound support services because we know that funding alone doesn't always guarantee success. Everything we do as FEENIX is driven by one core belief, which is access to education should not be dependent on wealth. And that belief shows up in the way we approach every single day and how we operate as an organization. Can we go to the next slide, Teho?
Awesome. Can you see the next slide?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
Our mission is to ensure that young people have access to education and are equipped to thrive in life. We do this by connecting students not just to funding, but to support systems and communities that genuinely care. Sometimes, as a student, it's hard to find communities that really care about your mission, your vision, and where you want to go in life. Our vision is a society where all young people can fulfill their potential and contribute positively, regardless of their financial background. Now, that really brings this to life, our values, because they guide how we show up and how we work with partners and students. So we believe in sustainability, building solutions that create long-term impact, not just short-term fixes. We value innovation because challenging challenges faces that are faced by students today require new way of thinking. We believe in
Mm.
collaboration. Collaboration is essential to our work. We know real impact happens when students, partners, and communities work together. We prioritize transparency and trustworthiness, especially where we are working with people's stories, funding, and futures. We focus on efficiency, making sure support reaches students quickly and responsibly. And finally, as FEENIX, we believe in fun because dignity, hope, and humanity matters just as funding. These values are the values that show on the slide. They're not only on their slide, but they shape every student and every partnership we build as FEENIX. So every interaction we have with whether a student or a partner is shaped by the values that we have on the slide.
Awesome. So we're just going to go into what the student criteria is to be on the FEENIX platform, just to also give you guys insight on what kind of demographic is part of our platform and what are the requirements for students to be part of the FEENIX community and the FEENIX platform. So first looking at citizenship criteria. So it's looking at being a South African citizen or having permanent residency or refugee/asylum seeker status, right? And when it comes to course criteria, really any field of study in any year of study, whether it be undergrad or postgrad, that's not a problem at all. Graduates with historical debt and also academic progression is required in terms of moving from first year to second year to third year, and also full-time to and part-time students as well. When it comes to financial criteria, when it comes to household income, FEENIX, we focus on helping students that are within the lower class and also the missing middle. So the household income we're looking at is under 600,000 per annum, and for students living with disability, 850,000 per annum. And like previously mentioned, this goes for students that have historical debt or current debt, and this includes students that have graduated as well. So when we go into the students that we serve, like I said, we as FEENIX aim to support the missing middle, the students that are not able to seek out traditional funding or government funding, and also allowing students to be part of their own solution as well, and being able to seek out non-traditional ways where you're able to get funding from various donor communities. So up to date, we've been able to impact 5,372 students from 2017, and we've been able to raise just over 270 million up to date. And I feel like that's pretty amazing considering with the inception of FEENIX being in 2017, and also making sure that the support we do provide is not just financial support, but also wraparound support through both crowdfunding and bursary management/skills development bursary as well. Over to you, Label.
So, as a student myself, I know that as students, we don't face a challenge of lack of ability. We just face a challenge of ambition, where we don't find more ambitious way to how we can crowdfund for our platforms. And this is where FEENIX get in. It's the constant stress of unpaid fees, academic seclusion, and the fear of not completing their studies. Through FEENIX, students are able to raise funding for outstanding fees and just importantly, regain peace of mind. It's very hard stressing about your academics and also stressing about fees. As FEENIX, we try and get into in between the stress and the fees and just ease up the stress a bit and get a peace of mind for our students. What you see on the slide isn't just a testimonial or how our platform looks like. It's a shift in focus when the financial burden is lifted. Students can redirect their energy back to learning, growing, and preparing for their future careers. What you see on this slide is a practical example of how our crowdfunding platform looks like. This is basically the name, the students, where she goes to, and how much she needs. So this is the first point of interaction a donor or anyone who wants to interact with your um, profile can go to. Moving on to the next one, Zepho. One of our students shared that she was part of the crowdfunding platform from the previous page. Your generosity is not just a financial contribution, it is a stepping stone that brings me closer to my dream of becoming a doctor. As a final year medical student, every bit of support lightens the heavy burden of fees and allows me to focus on what truly matters, learning and preparing to serve my patients. You have made a difference not just in my life, but in the lives of the patient I would one day care for. This is Tracy, who was part of the crowdfunding platform, and that is mostly our mission and vision, making sure that your journey isn't only your journey, but also for the people around you. Moving on to the next slide, Zepho. And to give hope to students, we have a bursaries and individual donors that usually interacts with the crowdfunding platform students, whereby they might just fund your whole entire debt. This are one of the students that were on the crowdfunding platform and got the opportunity to be part of a bursary through the crowdfunding platform. The South 32 and FEENIX organization embodies Ubuntu. There's a Zulu saying, Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, may continue to do what you've done for me for others as well. Thank you so much, Ngiyabonga kakhulu. This was Amahle, who was part of our Cell 32 Alumni Hillside Bursary, and she was picked through the crowdfunding platform. Ndo Tutu Pilot Program, she was part of the Tutu Pilot Program, says, thanks to the funding, I've been able to continue with the financial burden that would otherwise have hindered my progress. It allowed me to focus fully on my academic goals and has contributed to my growth as a student and an individual. Through one student that shares a testimony is with one student shares their support didn't just help financially. We try our best to give our wraparound support with our students. And this is the ripple effect of access to education.
Awesome. So just to speak into the FEENIX student support that we do provide, we have our student ambassador program, which is guidance and peer-to-peer support through our annual student ambassador program. So these are basically our student representatives that are on the respective 26 public institutions that are the individuals that communicate with various students on campus in regards to FEENIX, right? And we actually do have applications open for the 2026 cohort of the Student Ambassador Program. So if this is something that you are interested in, please don't be afraid to reach out and apply if you are looking to help students when it comes to being part of the FEENIX community and also making their profile as well. This is an opportunity not only to help students that are wanting to be part of the FEENIX community, but also gain leadership skills as well and be able to assist individuals when it comes to access to education as well. We also provide personal and professional development masterclasses where we bring on different experts to speak on various topics, varying from job readiness, emotional wellness, and personal growth as well. These masterclasses are really geared to upskill students, not only on fundraising for their fees, but also professional and personal brand. We know that when you go to university, it's not just a matter of coming out with that qualification, but stepping into the workforce and knowing that I might not know everything, but there are some skills that I can carry through that can help me within the workspace. And this is what these masterclasses are really meant for. Just a matter of upskilling and understanding and also bettering yourself, not just personally, but also professionally as well. And also another form of support that we provide for students that are part of the FEENIX community is having access to our financial literacy platform called Black Bullion. So Black Bullion has an array of pathways, courses, and online webinars as well with the Black Bullion team, who's part of our sister company, Wafunda. And this is really a space where you can learn a lot more about your finances, how to manage your finances, and also just breaking that down in terms of what is important when it comes to savings, what is important when it comes to investing, how can I spend my money when it comes to university. And what's great with Black Bullion, it's really all courses are kind of broken down within the South African context. Yes, it originates from the UK, but with the Wafunda team that we've had, they've been able to break to break down Black Bullion in such a way that it is within the South African context and the different life that we live in comparison to the UK. So this is one of the other offerings that we provide for students that are part of the FEENIX platform. And that is everything from us. We want to leave space for you guys to ask any questions that you have or any comment or anything you want to get a little bit more clarity on as well. So the floor is open to you guys. So you guys know everything about FEENIX after this presentation.
May I ask, please? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Yes. I would like to ask, are there any criteria for one, if they would like to join or to be the ambassador of FEENIX? Are there any
So
criteria?
I can just speak on that briefly, and Label, you can just add if I left anything out. So when it comes to being a student ambassador, one of the criteria which is quite essential is being a student on campus, and not necessarily being a student that's was previously a student, because that's been like a conversation we've had where it's important that we make sure students are individuals that rally on campus, and also individuals that have had previous leadership experience, because this kind of space, it is a volunteer, leadership program. So it's a matter of communicating with students, interacting with them, interacting with staff members, interacting with faculty committees as well, and just being comfortable with that form of communication, and also just closing that bridge between FEENIX and campus as well. Because as much as we are able to, be able to provide the opportunities that we have provided in the past, we are not students. And it's important that we're able to get the student's voice on our side as FEENIX, and also being able to connect and help other individuals when it comes to creating their profile and being able to touch base with students. So there isn't necessarily a matter of, okay, you have to have 70% or anything like that. It's a matter of being able to exhibit leadership qualities that we would want to nurse, and also be able to spread the word about FEENIX on campus. Label, is there anything you want to add in that regard?
Yeah, and we per se look for leaders that are willing to be part of our communities and create a community for ourselves. So when we talk about a student ambassador, we just want people that will advocate for FEENIX, but not only advocate, but influence as well. So we're basically talking about social media presence, how you interact with people on social media and on campus. So we're looking for also like engagement when it comes to like the social media side of it and the online presence when it comes to like FEENIX.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Levo, your mic is not that audible, you know.
Is
So,
your laptop on like something? Because if maybe like your laptop is on something, just move it forward.
Oh, sorry. Can you guys
um,
hear me now?
so the guys are also saying here on the chat box they couldn't hear properly, but on some occasions we could hear properly. So yeah. So thank you so much. I think you answered me, and I think it helps some of the guys. So guys, for duty Ras cohort, if you have any questions, guys, please, this is the platform now. Guys, these are people from Phoenix. They know more than me when it comes to Phoenix. You can also, if you're shy to say something on the mic, you can also write in the chat box as well. So you can
Mm.
just write in the chat box if you have a question. They'll be able to answer you. I'm not too sure if Seiko or Lebo, if it's okay if I can share your details with them if they have maybe any queries about any funding that you guys have or any
So
opportunities.
yeah, so what they can do, and also we will share the presentation with you as well, so that we you can reach our support team, who will also direct the queries to Label, so that Label is able to answer them directly as well and communicate as well. So we will share those details with you directly, Sakile, so that if there's anyone that has questions, they can also email us as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. These
I
guys are
see.
usually have questions. Okay, these guys usually have questions, but I'm not too sure why
I
they
don't know,
price
guys.
things.
Is it the January brain frog? Is it the Mampara week vibes? Like what's happening?
I don't know what's happening because these guys are they're very attentive and they have questions most of the time. But it's okay. I'm gonna share them your details as well.
It
Or
says when
someone's
we get
asking
to the
about.
link for the student ambassador program. Sakile, can I
Oh,
share that link with you to share?
definitely, it's okay. Yes, yes, yes.
So I
Okay.
will just send out follow-up email with the presentation that also includes the email that can be used for the students to get in contact. And then they in the email they must just communicate that they were part of the session that was led with Lebo and Tejo, and this is the question that they have, so that we're able to refer directly to them.
Okay.
And in terms of the link, like I said, I'll share it with Sakile, who will share it with you guys as well. I feel
Yes.
like I heard a mic. I heard someone
for the.
speaking.
Can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? And apologies for the speaker. I really just thought it was working, and I honestly just saw the text very late. So apologies for that.
It's
You can just
okay.
inquire more on what you missed on the email as well when we send back queries.
Yeah. But no one has any questions. Can you guys put a thumbs up just to see at least if you're here that you have no questions? Thank you. Awesome. But yeah, guys, this is really just a platform where we're really dedicated to helping students also be part of their own solution. And not to say that fundraising is easy. It's not easy. It's not just like a task where you're like, I can go fundraise today. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and putting yourself out there, and also facing a bit of rejection from some people that are like, no, I I'm not able to donate, or I know I'm not really like willing to put in the money, but it's also a matter of building that network, building that community, and really pushing forward. I know it is quite hard and having to be resilient in that space as well, but it is a matter of not having to sit and wait for a bursary to come through, and know that I can go and reach out to respective people within my community and their community, and so on and so forth. And the more people you reach, the more likelihood that someone is willing to donate towards your profile. And when it comes to the bursary management side of everything, the criteria is quite different, and it differs based off the company or the business that we are working with. So we can't say you come on the FEENIX platform and you'll get a bursary. It really differs per person. Yes, being on the platform, we first look at students that are on the platform to see if they do meet the criteria of receiving the bursary. And if not, it's a matter of reaching out to students that do meet that criteria. But like I said, there is a much stricter criteria when it comes to bursary management and skills development program. But with crowdfunding, anyone is able to do that. Anyone is able to put their best foot forward and be able to be part of their own solution as well. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you so much, guys. Is there anyone else with a question before we let Tejo and Lebo go? Any questions? Okay. We'll be in touch with Mr. Tejo. Thank you so much for sharing with us, guys, and Ms. Lebo. Thank you so much, guys, for taking your time. I know January is the guys. It's a season of its own, where you come
Yeah.
back from coming back to work, and then you have to catch up from your emails and then to plan the year ahead. So now you took your time also just to talk here with us, Phoenix. Thank you so much. As from also from the DUT alumni and Advancement in Alumni Relations Unit, we thank you guys so much, and we hope we will continue our shared partnership going forward. And also, good luck on your studies this year, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you. I do see a question here. Let me just
Okay,
respond quickly. Yes,
sorry
you are
about
able
that.
to share it with other students. So the question is, if I may ask, are we allowed to share this information about FEENIX with other students who are in need of funding but are outside of the DUT RISE program, or is it strictly for participants in the DUT RISE program? You are able to share this information with anyone that is part of DUT, even if it's for individuals that are not in DUT, as long as they're part of the one of the 26 public institutions within South Africa, then you are able to share about FEENIX. You guys can even go on our website if it's a matter of you want to see what that looks like and what a profile would look like being on the FEENIX website, and so on and so forth. So you are able to share that information with anyone that's on campus as well.
Yes, to add on that, they're also privileged because they're also part of the DUT as platform. So we did this especially for them, but they can also share the information about the Phoenix to other students. But we just specifically did it for them today, so they have the they have, because being part of this program is also it's also a privilege for them as well. So we're
Yeah.
giving them the front row seat, and then information is going to help them just to shape them to be industry ready. So yes, as we said, they can share. They can share.
Yeah. And I see another question says, do you guys help with registration fees? And if yes, how does one go about getting help with that? So unfortunately, we do not help with registration fees. We only help with tuition and the amount that is reflected on your fee statement, especially when it comes to crowdfunding specifically. Um, just because when it comes to registration fees, it is kind of a difficult thing to be able to like fundraise for it prior, but when it comes to after registration and being able to raise funds based off the funds that are on your fee statement as reflected, then you're able to raise funds towards the funds that are on your balance as well. Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. And also, guys, if you missed anything on this webinar as well, we'll put this recording on our YouTube channel as usual. So, guys, you can just catch up on it. Or if some of you guys couldn't, you came in late, so you can always go into our YouTube channel just to catch up with this webinar that we just had.
Awesome.
Yeah, may you have a wonderful day, guys. Have a productive day. I'm just gonna do some errands as well. Yes, yes,
I would
yes.
just like to say thank you so much for having us and just keeping that constant communication. I hope that there are further sessions that happen in the future. I will not be part of them as I'm going back to study. Um, but I'm really excited for you guys to continue this partnership and also communicate with Label moving forward.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll do so. Thank you so much. We are also privileged guys to have you by our side, just to help us through with the students as well. For our level, I'll be that I'll be that B in running, chasing you around, sending you those emails. You know, those yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you so much.
I will be here.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Ayiwa guys, sekuphelile yini noma?